Africa is one continent in the world that is dominated by black race. Mostly, it is regarded among the third world countries of the world, but with debate in New World Information and Communication Order, trends in international diplomacy and ethics, the word third world is now replaced with developing countries. Though most of the world discipline originated practically from the developed countries, however, the practice of this discipline also have their roots in Africa. For instance, the practice of public relations is inherent in the culture of the Africans. We care about our reputation that we formulate customs and traditions to help us maintain a peaceful and coexistent society. Following challenges are the problems facing public relations practice in Africa. Poor understanding of public relations concept. Public relations practice are not well understood in the continent. That is, many organizations and individuals do not understand the concept of the profession. Though they engage in it on a daily basis, yet they do not appreciate the role of public relations and hence do not have or consider public relations as an integral part of their daily activities. The second problem is the lack of specialization in the profession. Many people or professionals do not consider this an area that needs much expertise. Many of them would rather major in science disciplines or business and still find themselves in the public relations job. Most of those who occupy the positions of public relations in both government and private organizations are not public relations major. Some claim to be practitioners simply because they are practicing journalism. Come to think of it, even those who eventually are training in public relations refuse to specialize in a particular aspect of public relations just because they want to keep every account that comes their way. The third point here is language barrier. Even with specialized courses, many African countries speak in native tribes. Hence, it's hard to define a common or national language to pass the information to the masses. It is just of recent that most African countries are trying to settle down with an official language that will be suitable for everyone to communicate with. For instance, in Nigeria, English language is adopted as our official language. This was possible because the bid to settle for one of Nigerian three major languages proved abortive, hence also Igbo and Yoruba. The fourth point here is lack of technological know-how. The world is developing many machineries like computers, scanners, printers, faxes, iPod, tablets, midget recorders, Blackberries, and so on, to fasten both the field and office work. But it is a sad news that many Africans are not learning the efficient use of these technologies. This is at the disadvantage of the profession in this continent. Those who eventually can use them rather prefer to flaunt them in lieu of maximizing their technological potentials. The fifth point here is infrastructural limitation. These are major communication problems and lack of proper equipment to finance or fasten public relations duty. In case of public relations functions like sponsorship, such issues like bad and inaccessible roads can make your work a disappointment. Sometimes you may want to convey your sponsor to the venue where your project is to be established, but if the road of the site is sick, then be sure that the campaign will surely be sick as well. The sixth point here is lack of ethical practice by existing professionals and organizations. Many people who are in the practice of public relations abuse the office and don't give any effort to work. They sit in their offices waiting for their salaries at the end of the month instead of brainstorming on how to boost the client's reputation. Some organizations just designate their staff with the post of a public relations officer without knowing the job description of that office. They subject practitioners to errands and protocols. Sometimes they use them as personal assistants in the guise of a public relations officers. The seventh point here is negative cultural habits, attitudes, and taboos. Cultural practices are held in high esteem in African religion belief. If you prepare a campaign that tread negatively on the tenacious testament, you may fail to reach a mutual understanding with them. This also goes with diverse ethnic groups and their various tribes which are characterized by the continent. Hence, as you plan a campaign or advertising method, you have to ensure not to go against some particular group's belief, because once these beliefs are treaded upon, there you'll get a reaction and your campaign efforts will be defeated. Thank you. See you in the next class.